This is the Untitled Car Show, with your hosts for the evening, Ike.
Billy, it's your day! That's what you've been practicing for!
And Proc.
Hey, buddy, roll your window down so I can ask you about your dead friend.
We hope you thoroughly enjoy the show. Thanks for listening.
Woo! Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Episode Lucky 13.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
A good number for like a race car, 13. Nothing ominous.
Yeah. Might be unlucky, though.
Nah, fuck it.
So Might end up in a ditch or in the wall.
Yeah, wall more likely. So I'm Mike, and that's Proc.
Yeah.
So we're on episode number 13, so thank you all who continue to listen and support the show. Please remember, tell a friend.
Thank you, Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, we love you. If you could get enough money together, we will come tour over there.
And we will let every one of you be on the show.
Yes, please, if you want to. Call in. Send us an email, untitledcarshow@gmail.com. That's the best way to get a hold of us for call times and dates. So
the call screening will be open in a little bit here.
Yeah, not that the people who are listening can hear that, but in the future, if you want to get on, send us an email. And then we'll email you with a number
or
and a time.
Twitter us, direct message us.
Yeah, we tried that a little.
It's kind of weird, though.
Yeah.
Twitter's kind of weird with that.
So the email's kind of a better idea. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or find a way on Podomatic or
send us
iTunes.
Leave us a review on iTunes. We really appreciate that. I'm sure that me moving my car keys is making a great noise right now, so sorry about that, listeners.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you to some of our fans. Do you have any recent comments? That
I do have a couple of recent comments over here. So I put up earlier today that we were going to be filming tonight, or shooting, or whatever the hell you called, recording.
Yes,
I guess tonight. And I asked a couple people to bring up their favorite things from the New York Auto Show. Personally, a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I like the new Scion XB. They put a whole bunch of lights in it, so it like glows everywhere, and it tells you it's a Scion, like it's underneath the tail hitch and all that.
Are they like LEDs that like change color?
I don't think they even change color. I think they're just like LEDs.
Like, okay, just white light.
It says Scion like in like a graphic underneath the car.
So after like a long night of like making out with some girl in the woods, you come in and it's just like blinds you when you get in your car.
Pretty much, probably. So, Mr. HIIMNIBBLY responded to us after I posted this up, and his comment was booth babes. So
after that comment, I am a bit nibbly.
No, yeah, Mr. Nibbly.
My hard nibblies are, yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I was sharing right before we got on. I every time I go and talk to one of those like booth babes, when you feel kind of bad for them because you
expect them not to know anything.
And
right.
I was at the Washington Auto Show, and it was like not the first year the Flex was out, but the Flex had just gotten like its V6 upgrade package in it.
Okay.
Like the EcoBoost. So it's kind of like girls like.
Which car was it?
The Ford Flex, the big the big boat. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, what's this? Got a V8 in it? Expecting her to be like, oh, maybe. I don't know. She's like,
I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah, actually, it's a 3.6-liter twin turbocharged, pushing out 376 horsepower, sir. It's a variable overhead timing. I'm like, duh. I am both impressed, put in my place, and I kind of want to do dirty things to you.
Yes. I'm immediately turned on, and now I have to leave the show.
Say variable valve timing again.
Tell me about the cubic displacement in the engine.
Yes. Yes. Mr. What is this here? Brian Silvestre replied to us to refer to his avatar, and after trying to figure out how the avatar system works on opposite lock, I discovered he was having quite a personal time with an Alfa Romeo 4C.
Ooh.
Yes. So he was probably doing very dirty things to it, and he should feel ashamed of himself.
Yeah, like that I'm addicted to my car type of thing.
I think, yeah.
Like lay underneath and like kiss the bumper.
Yeah. Well, kiss would probably be an upgrade. So.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the comment, though. Thank you.
Yes, very much. Please keep them coming and all that. So here's another one, and I got this is from Miguel. So I'm just gonna spell this. Is Solano. So this is Solon. Yeah.
SOLAN. Thank you.
Yeah. So he wrote something very nice and said, I listened to episodes 11, 10, 9, and 8 last night.
Damn.
Great. Yes, I know. I'm very impressed.
It's like when you, you wait till the end of a season of like something on Netflix or something to watch
binge watching.
Yeah, binge watch it. We appreciate you binge listening.
Yes. I'm a little, actually, now that I'm thinking about this, though, I can't imagine, thank you all for listening to us, but I can't imagine sitting down and listening to us. That's what, like 2 hours of us straight? Like, bullshit straight into your ear all day, all night.
It's like brainwashing you.
Yes.
You listen, and you might touch yourself.
He says, great stuff. I like, among many things, the fact that the cuss words are okay with you, too. Fuck yes, they are.
Yes, and we do understand that deters people from listening to our show. But
some people do find the cussing a bit much, but I feel that gives it a character, and like a fine wine, it needs to be a little bitter at the end.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, or you're just giving me the look right now. The viewers can't see. It's just like, you are so full of shit right now.
Yes.
But the other side is, I love the random sidetrack conversations too. Every episode has a good one. Can't wait to hear it. So
awesome.
Yes.
What was his name again?
Miguel. Or what? How did you pronounce it?
Solan.
Miguel Solano.
Well, sir, thank you for listening, and we appreciate it. And keep the comments rolling. If you want to be on the show, you know how to get in contact with us.
Opposite Lock, Untitled Car Show at Twitter, or Untitled Car Show at Gmail, or whatever. And then we got one more here. This one's actually on topic, which is a little bit weird. So slightly on topic. It says, my favorite thing about the New York Auto Show is the size of it. I assumed every car show was that expansive. And then I moved to St. Louis and went to the auto show, and I asked my friend, where's the rest of it? And sadly, we had seen it all.
That's kind of what I've heard about the DC car show. It's kind of small.
It's awful. It is. I'm again coming from Chicago.
How much does it cost to get into that one?
I think it's like $10.
Okay.
It's not bad, but it's like, A, it's crowded. B, there's nothing like, what was it? Not last year, but the year before, they brought 2 Leafs and no Nissan GTRs in the Nissan booth. I'm like, who cares about Leafs? They're like, well, we did some research. That's the point
of the show, is to like show off the concept cars, the like new shit coming out.
Yes.
Like the awesome stuff that no one can afford.
Yes.
But you get to sit in it and
it's a Nissan fucking Leaf.
Come out satisfied in a couple different ways.
Yes. Everyone leaves a mess on the seat, but that's fine. Also, I noticed all the gear shifters had been removed. I don't know if they were stolen or what, but I don't know, like if it was like a DC thing, like we know everyone at DC is a thief, so we're just going to put it in, like, take it away. But
looks like we're getting a call in here tonight.
We are getting a call in, so this is a little bit fascinating. So we're one of those quick asides. So,
and it looks like it's Danny from Bowie, Maryland.
Bowie, Maryland, Danny, you are on the Untitled Car Show.
How you doing, sir?
How's it going, guys? How's it going, Ike and Proc? I just listened to the topic today, and kind of got me fired up a little bit with discussing the drivers and the DC Metro, greater DC Metro area. And,
that is definitely something that we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And where are you originally from, sir? I know you're in Maryland now, but where are you originally from?
My original origins are from Long Island, New York.
Oh, wow.
It's an island of about 3 million people, and I mean, traffic is pretty rampant, but nothing like the DC area. It's night and day.
Yeah.
What is something in the DC area, driver wise, that kind of drives you nuts?
Yeah.
Well, I call it the Maryland Special, and it's when somebody's putzing in the left lane. They're going, speed limit 65, they might be going 60, and they're putzing around in the left lane. There's no reason for them to even be in the left lane. They should be going 75 or 70 at least, and moving a little bit. Instead, they're slowing up my weekday.
We were going to talk later on in the show about how like left blinker etiquette is like nowhere to be found in this area.
No,
it's just people drive very slow in the left lane. You're like, what the fuck? Why are they driving so slow? And then finally they just like slam on their brakes and turn left into whatever street they're in.
I mean, some assholes turn left from the right lane or something, or right from the left lane. No etiquette. It's unbelievable. And it's a dying breed.
Do you have the jug handles? Like, because I'm from Jersey, and jug handles are a big thing there. People complain when they're out of state, but they're actually helpful at keeping people that are slow out of the left lane because they make the jug handle from the right lane. Do you have those where you're originally from?
I mean, it's not as rampant, where I'm from.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they should bring those back for sure. But I mean, definitely the DC area needs it. That's for sure.
Now what do you drive, sir? What kind of car do you drive?
I'm into the German engineering, Proc. a BMW guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the BMWs.
What series?
The 7 Series.
Nice
You know, I like my leg room, my man.
What okay, yeah, actually we haven't talked about BMWs too much on the show. What are the pros and the cons that you have found driving that? For how long have you had it?
I've had it for maybe about 2 years, give or take. It's a very smooth ride. That's the pros. Glides,
The 7 Series is basically a limo.
The cons are definitely the cost of repairs, and you can't just take it anywhere. If you have a Chevy Impala or a Ford Taurus or something, you could take that to almost any shop to get a repair done.
Have you had any issues with it recently?
BMW is more of a specialty, and it's a real pain in the ass to find a good.
Yeah, and they have to speak German too.
Yeah. There's some guy named Hans comes out and works in your car. Have you had any problems with it recently?
I have over 100,000 on it, so I took it in, and the water pump was going. It wasn't gone yet, but it would have cost about $1,200 if it wasn't under warranty.
Whew.
Oh wow,
that is not.
I know. I almost, they almost smoked me.
Yeah, that's not a cheap repair on that car.
I mean, the freaking cup holder would be about $500.
Well, it's the 7 Series, so it's a little bit higher up on that thing. They go down that list, and it starts with the 1 Series, and it gets all the way down to the 7 Series.
Sometimes you got to treat yourself, my man.
That is very true.
Finer things.
Yeah.
Exactly. What were some other things we were going to talk about tonight that we could maybe ask Danny and include in our conversation here?
I don't know. I forgot what our little list is. Have you ever gone to the New York Auto Show?
Never. A coworker of mine was, his first name is Chuck. He was trying to push me to go to that when I was up in New York. It just so happened to be up in New York.
What did you drive before you had the 7 Series?
What's that?
What kind of car did you have before you had the 7 Series BMW?
I had a Ford Crown Victoria.
Crown Victoria. What year?
97.
Those are great little cars.
Yeah, we have talked about that car, how easily repairable they are.
Yeah.
It's a very resilient engine also. It's very durable, very little issues. The only issue I had with that car, and I probably drove close to 60, 70,000 miles on that engine after I got it, so I put over maybe 130,000 miles on it, was the manifold intake, which is a plastic piece, the piece that houses the coolant fluid, which it gets very hot.
Yeah.
So Ford, in its infinite wisdom, I mean, it was a great car, don't get me wrong, but Ford, in its wisdom, said, let's put a plastic piece to house this, coolant level that gets up to like 250 degrees or whatever it is. So it's under a vast amount of like heat and pressure, and over time they burst, they rupture, and just so happened I was driving and smoke started spewing out of my hood. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I open up the hood and I see coolant and I can smell it and it's all over the place. And I'm like, oh, shit. What a pain in the ass that was.
Was that the end of that car?
No. I got that fixed. It wasn't too bad.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Now, did you trade it in when you got your new car? Or did
Negative. I got the new car and I was going to sell the old car, and then I guess I pulled the tags off of the old car, and because I could care less, and I wasn't going to pay insurance on the old car. And next thing I know, the thing got towed.
Oh my gosh!
So what happened?
Geezers, I don't know. I parked it around around from my apartment complex. The car wasn't even in sight, but there wasn't anything in the car if somebody wanted to steal it. And the thing was worth more stolen than it was, sitting there. So I go out there to check on it after like a month and a half of not even looking at it, and the thing was gone.
So it was towed or stolen?
Yeah, I called the local police and gave them the VIN number that I had, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that thing was towed about 4 weeks ago."
Oh my gosh, that's
so the tow yard, they wanted I don't know 3,200 or something like that for that, and I said, hey, it's worth more to you guys. You guys can keep it for that much money. It's not even worth that. You guys can eat shit and keep it.
Damn.
They were like, "Oh, do you have an extra key for it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And they're like, "Oh, you mind letting us have it?" I'm like, "Eat shit."
Hey, we're sorry we stole your car. Can we have the extra key for it, basically? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah, like they thought I was going to make their life easier. You know?
Wow.
Hell
no. Fuck that.
I mean, I could have sold it to a homeless guy to sleep in, you know?
Yeah. You should have just sold the homeless guy the key just so he could go find it later and sleep in it.
Well, it's probably in the size of a cube right now.
Good point.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Those things are freaking zombies. It's probably still driving around somewhere.
No, you'll see it around DC one of these days, driving around with painted yellow and.
Yeah, and it actually will probably crash into you at some point because you got the nice new car. So some guy who barely has a grasp on English will crash into you. So,
yes. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry.
I was gonna go with like.
I don't know. I mean, I gave a lot of thought though when I was buying cars though, and I mean when I first got my car, the Crown Vic, you know, my budget was a big factor, so I couldn't go over a certain number. And with the BMW, I had a lot more selection. I was thinking between Lexuses and Audis and Cadillacs and. You know, funny story with my car shopping was I go to a Cadillac dealership and I'm dressed very low key. You know, I'm wearing shorts and a T-shirt. You know, it's a hot summer day in July, and you know, the dealer. I'm asking a few questions about a Cadillac. You know, there's a few nicks and things on it. You know, it's used. It's a 2008 or 9.
Which Cadillac was it?
And I'm trying to haggle down the price. You know, I'm trying to get the price down. You know.
Yeah.
Which Cadillac?
What kind of Cadillac was it?
I think it was an STS or a CTS, you know, something like that.
Okay. One of the boats.
It was fully loaded, though. It was really, really nice. But, it wasn't nice enough for the price the guy was asking. But, that's the game. You got to hammer down the price. You can't pay what they want.
Of course not.
And, I'm negotiating, and I'm pointing out blemishes and flaws that I'm seeing. And this guy is a low-class, used car dealership guy, and he tells me, you can't afford that car anyway. You know?
Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah. Usually they'll sell you whatever they can.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when you just walk off the lot.
It's not up to him whether or not I can afford it. It's up to him whether or not I can get financing for the damn thing, even if I go bankrupt after buying it. You know, what the hell does it matter to him?
Yeah.
It's not his problem.
Well, they don't care about that.
Yeah,
as long as they get it off the lot, that's all that matters
This
to them.
freaking guy had the audacity to call me a deadbeat. Just because I was, dressed in, a pair of basketball shorts and a T-shirt and a freaking Yankee fitted, and next to me,
I think
he doesn't know my budget.
Yeah.
It must have been the Yankee hat, man.
Yeah, I think it was the Yankee hat. People don't take kindly to Yankee fans, No offense.
Well, this guy, I asked, I'm like, I'm wondering if this guy's my accountant. Did he do my taxes last year? What does he know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If
you can afford it, then guy can go to hell.
So, did you end up buying a BMW from this guy who called you a deadbeat?
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of giving that guy my business. I got lucky I didn't take a swing at him.
Yeah.
But long story short, I was going to spend about $20,000 on a Cadillac or around there, and then I said, "Fuck it, this guy doesn't know my budget. I'll spend $30 on a Beamer."
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Well, how old are you, Danny?
You're in your 20s still, my man.
Yeah, this is the time to have that, to have a nice car. There's nothing worse than seeing old people driving nice, newer, or like pristine cars.
Yeah, it's very disappointing when you see the guy having his midlife crisis driving around a 7 Series.
Oh,
it's much better to see some guy. Yeah. You just bought the car from the guy who had the midlife crisis, which is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that's the best way to do it. I bought my first used car was that Volvo, and I got $10,000 off MSRP. I mean, a 7 Series is a whole bunch off MSRP if you're getting it for like $30,000. I mean,
what a thrifty consumer you are, Ike.
Well, I try. I'm trying to pay you a compliment, but
I like that. Volvos are very reliable cars.
Yes, sir.
He has the same issue that you do, though, with the price of
with the parts
repairs.
And all that.
Anything from German,
Porsche
Porsche to
quality,
BMW.
Yeah,
but hopefully the quality outlasts the repairs that you would have to do to it. Well, we appreciate your call, Danny. Thank you
so
for
much
calling in.
Absolutely. Big fan of the show. You guys keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you so
we really
much.
Appreciate that.
Hey, you have a great rest of the evening.
You guys too.
All right, take care.
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks, Danny, for the call. That was Danny from Bowie. So
We appreciate that.
talking about the like dealers and like the guy saying that he couldn't afford the car reminds me of today while at work. I heard two guys over talking about doing some car maintenance and talking about one guy's like, so I went out and I got my car winterized this last winter, and then I had to go. I know, and then like now I'm gonna have to take it in and get it de-winterized. It's like are you putting away an old collector's car? Because I don't think you need to get it winterized. Are you pulling fluids and shit? Because it's just like
Nothing is gonna freeze in there, and like the only thing that would freeze is if you put like water in the washer fluid thing.
yeah, it was a fucking Nissan Altima. I know. Yeah, so it's not like he's like Alaska, gotta go up there, gotta flop out all the fluids and all. It's fucking Maryland.
I think like, yeah, it is ridiculous. But I mean, I have heard of like instead of maybe 5W30 oil in your car, people do use 10W30 in the winter. It's a little more.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and
I have done that in the past, and I don't notice a difference.
I feel like in my little service manual for both my Volvos, they got like the little like oil temperature gauge, and it has like operating temperature, like it's like between -50 degrees and 110 degrees. Use everything. Use 5W30 unless you're towing for long distances up great inclines. So unless I live in the Rocky Mountains and I'm towing up something, at like 10W30, and it was like from -20 degrees to like something like ridiculous. It's like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But what is winterizing though?
I don't understand.
Like me, like my Corvette.
Yeah,
winterizing it is taking the battery out, putting the battery in the shed, and putting a car cover over it.
Yeah, there you go. That's winterized.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. If you got a garage, you don't need to winterize.
Maybe de-winterizing would be, well, let me check the tires, make sure that they're up, because if it has been sitting. Check the oil, I just feel like just check, top off the fluid, make sure nothing leaked, I guess. But like, you're paying? Who's paying for that?
I don't know. I'm sitting there. I'm going. This has just got to be like the biggest dealer scam in like the history of time. Like, you know what we do? We walk around the car for like 20 minutes and just like laugh at the guy, like,
and then charge him $200.
Yeah, easily.
And then tell him something's broken.
Yeah. So we were de-winterizing, and we noticed that all your fluids are bad, so we replaced those.
We flushed. Yeah, we flushed everything. And really? Yeah.
I could see like maybe doing like after this winter like a like really good like winter check, because like of stone chips and like shit and like all that underneath the hood. But even that's like, it's a fucking Nissan Altima, buddy.
And like, I mean, if it's something I could see like with my Corvette, maybe I would do a little more to it because I'm not driving it for 3-4 months maybe. But if it's a car you drive every day, then I don't know what's going on. Like other than like the normal maintenance of like a tune-up every now and then, or like this or that, the oil change. Yeah. Like what are you doing? Just add the fluids and that's it.
The only thing you should change for winter, I know this is something you and me disagree on, is fucking winter tires.
Yeah, I sometimes think that winter tires are a waste of money.
I don't agree with you, but I kind of don't agree with you. I don't know how to agree with this.
It's an expensive investment that you...
I feel like, okay, so I drive a front-wheel drive hatchback. It sits like 2 inches from the ground and this
and I drive a SUV. So,
yes, in the wintertime, which has four-wheel drive and
big tread on the tires and stuff like that.
So your all-season radials are a bit different than mine. I got Pirelli P0s.
To be fair, I usually have had SUVs to drive in the winter, so I haven't really had the need. Maybe if I had a car, I could understand.
I drove, what was it? I had... Between my two Challengers, I had them for like a total of like 3 years. So I had like 3 winters in the district. So when you need winter tires for a rear-wheel drive car, you need winter tires for a rear-wheel drive car.
Right.
Like, it's like, I should have spent like the extra, like, go out to Tire Rack, buy like some cheap Steelies with like the cheapest winter tire possible on it. It doesn't need to be a good tire for a winter tire. It just needs to be something built for winter. So it's like, well, maybe if I go out and I can just spend like, $500 and not put my fucking Challenger into a ditch, but like...
And you know what? Maybe for you, that's, for me, I have an SUV and I have a sports car. So, and your car is basically a sports car that you drive all year round. Nothing wrong with it. That's just the facts of the
situation. Well, I enjoy
Yeah.
driving all the time, but except for its front wheel drive, which kind of ruins the point of driving a fun car. But it's one of those things where last winter I would have killed someone if I would have known this last winter would have been as bad as it was.
Right.
I would not have let everyone talk me out of buying snow tires. Like, you should buy them. Nah, I shouldn't buy them. How
Well,
bad are the winters in Maryland ever?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 years before this winter,
Yeah.
it barely snowed.
Yes.
In this whole area.
Yes.
I think that maybe I put the 4-wheel drive on once.
Yeah.
In the 2 years that I had it. This year, though,
Yeah.
it was like 20 times I put the 4-wheel drive on.
Yeah. Oh man.
Or engaged it.
I would have killed for some winter tires this year. Oh man. It was not only that, but like my little Pirellis I got on now.
Right.
They're all season radios, and you can't see it as viewers at home, but I'm doing the stupid air quote thing that I hate. They don't work in winter. They like never warm up. They never operate properly. So like I like Pirellis. I have them on my car. They came with my car, but not good wintertime
Might
tires.
not reinvest in those.
Yeah, no, I might go for something else. Maybe some Michelins. I had some good Michelins on
Michelins
the
are decent.
Challengers. Yeah, Kumos. Well, here's one for you. Viewers listening at home, if you have a recommendation for a tire for my Volvo, why don't you send it into a Twitter? And if you think I'm nuts, send that into Twitter too. So,
I went with General Grabber for my SUV, and I'm very happy with them.
I have no idea what that is. Where did
Look them up.
Where'd you get them from?
Oh, I got a tire rack.
Tire Rack?
Yeah,
I like Tire
great
Rack.
reviews,
Yeah.
and they said they last like 50,000 miles. So
Sweet, that's important. Like-
yeah, and I've had them for a year, and doesn't even look like they look brand new.
Yeah.
And did well in the snow. Didn't do well on the ice, but that's okay.
No, well, nothing ever does well on the ice. So
Nah.
no. It's
I think
absolutely-
the 4-wheel drive on my vehicle kind of gives me like a false sense of like, I can drive through anything, even if it's ice.
Well, in fairness, your big 4-wheel drive car had one accident this year, and my little sport hatchback had 0.
Oh, nothing was ruined. Well,
That's a good point. Well, you ended up in it wasn't an accident. You
know
ended
what?
up in a ditch.
I will say, like the ball joint that we talked about. Let's just relate that to that.
Oh, okay.
After I got out of the ditch, there was all sorts of squeaks and groans from underneath there.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together on that, but that makes total sense.
It could, yeah, it
Yeah.
really could. Getting dirt in there and just wearing out the boot around it and stuff. So
Yeah. It's not like it was built to go off road, so
well, it should be.
it should be. Who knows with that stuff? So yeah. No, I'm trying to think of any other little like scammy service shit I've ever seen. Like I told the story of like going to Firestone and them wanting me to spend $6,000 to fix up a car that's worth $5,000.
I think like it doesn't seem like every time you go to like a shop like
Yeah.
to get like an alignment, they want you to buy new tires.
Yeah, I had new tires on a car, and they told me to put new tires on the car. Like,
I see a weird wear pattern, and
Yeah.
I don't think these are going to be, buddy. Like what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, here's a good one.
Or if you go to balance a tire,
Yeah.
it's like, well, you have issues with this, and you need an alignment and new tires.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I just bought them.
Yeah. No, I bought tires from a Volvo dealer, I won't say the name of, and I was driving to Pennsylvania from here,
Okay.
and the wheel weights fell off of the tire when I hit like a very large pothole. So it started sounding like I was losing the hub or something. So I take it back
You're like,
in.
oh God.
I take it back in and I go, hey, listen, the wheel weights fell off the thing. You have to put new wheel weights on. Oh, well, how do we know you put the wheel weights on? How do you know that was the issue beforehand? I'm like, I have the fucking service receipt from yesterday. Well, we'll look at it, but it's only because you got like the service program and all that. And it's like, I can show you the sticker where it came off. They're like, oh. But that's not as bad as when I had the Challenger. I had a screw go into one of the tires.
Right.
And I put in the fix-a-flat shit, and it stopped a leak and made it from a like bad leak to a slow leak. I put air in it. So I take it into the Dodge dealership, and I go, hey, can you fix my tires? One of them's got
That's
a
your
screw
first
in
mistake.
it. Well, yeah, because I was there anyway. So
Oh, with a million other issues.
yes, I was there anyway. So it's like, can you just put a new tire on? Well, okay, like just put 2 new tires on. They both, I like take the one that has the screw in it, take another one, and put them on the back. All right, cool, because I did a lot of burnouts with that thing. That's all it was good for. So I get back and I'm driving a car and it's got the little tire pressure monitoring thing, and I'm starting to notice it's starting to click down on me on one of the tires, and I go, those fucking sons of bitches. They replaced my 2 rear tires and they did not replace the one with the screw.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, when
you told them that there was a screw in it.
Yeah. Well, then they ended up buying it back from me, and they're like, did you know there's a screw in your tire? I'm like, yeah, you guys left it there so long.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we should say something, but I have the service receipt that says I wanted it replaced with the screw in it, and if you give me a hard time about this, I'm going to incorporate it. Oh, okay. Bye. So,
did you take the screw out yourself and fix it?
No, I just left it. Like, it was a slow enough leak that it wasn't much of an issue. It just kind of became a pain in the ass. So,
yeah, filling up your tire every week, once a week.
The girlfriend at that time, the wife now, every time I have to fill up, like, why don't you just get it fixed? Like,
I don't understand why you're so stubborn. Well, you can fix it yourself. I have the kit to
but
fix it.
If I fix it myself, it would void the warranty on the tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, but it was like, meh. It's easier just to pull up, pay the quarter, put the air in, and just fuck off with my day. Because something else was going to end up in it, and I was just going to be pissed. Because the instant I took it off, I was going to get another screw or some bullshit in it. So that is a terrible thing about this area. It seems like every month I have at least one screw in my tire that I didn't know about, and then I come out, I'm like, what the? Why is it? Yes.
Why is the back corner on the ground? Why is the front corner? Like, what is going on?
If you live in the DC metro area, you have to do, like, I have that green fucking shit that you put in tires.
Right.
And I got the air compressor in the back of my car. Just always.
The little one, yeah.
Yeah. Because you need it. Otherwise, you will be dead on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Terrible.
But, yeah, doing the fixing it yourself thing reminds me of, you ever see, like, the people driving around here and they got all this stupid shit, like the way they, like, fix, quote-unquote, their car?
Like they have...
Like the plastic garbage bag, like, duct taped instead of, like, a window.
I don't get that. Especially in the winter.
Yeah.
It's like, that is not warm. That's not keeping your car warm.
No. I have a great one of these. I was parked at the gas station. This is probably last winter when it wasn't too awful.
Okay.
And I'm, at the time I'm 26. I got my, very nice Dodge Challenger to the outside world, and on the inside, I'm dreading life. But, I'm filling up my car, and up next to my car on the other side of the gas pump pulls a Chevy Astrovan, probably like 1991. With 2 busted out windows, both of them duct taped, but the duct tape and the garbage bag had been on so long, it was starting to fade from the sun. And I'm like, wow. First of all, your life is going great. And then out of it pops she looked like she was 70, but she was probably 40, wearing like a Ravens jersey and like booty shorts, like overweight with like that little like paunch bullshit, you're not quite in shape and you're not quite fat, but you're like just like you look like
you're wearing yoga pants to try and suck everything in.
I was gonna say
it's all going up.
I was gonna say, you ever see like Jello and like nylons? That's what it looked like.
Oh,
it's hard for the viewers at home, but she cops out and she has a lit cigarette in her mouth as she's walking around her car.
At the gas station.
To fill up her fucking Chevy Astrovan. And it was one of those things where I just realized she hates her life so much. She just wants to die.
And she wants to blow up.
Yeah, she wants to kill herself and me. Like, that's what's got to happen right now. I'm like just staring in like bewilderment at this as she like pulls it out and like sticks the thing into the car. And I'm like, I'm going to just get my fucking shit out of here before she returns from buying more cigarettes. Like, life is not going well enough that you can really afford to have cigarettes at that point. It's kind of how I'm looking at that. If you can't afford to fix your windows, don't buy cigarettes.
That brings up a good point, though. I don't think I've seen an Astrovan in recent years without a broken window out.
Maybe it's like
a huge dent.
Yeah. The dent, at least, I kind of understand, because it's like, well, we'll just, knock that back out when I'm done, fucking the small children in the back of my car. I'm saying everyone who drives a Chevy Astrovan's a pedophile.
So you think Jello girl was a pedophile?
She probably was.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm not saying she definitely was, but I'm saying she was driving the Chevy Astro van, so she might have been one.
it is kind of creepy. Like,
Yeah,
come into my Astro van.
I got candy.
Yeah.
Well, I actually used to work with a guy who used to sleep in the back of his Astro van. When
I
I
could
used to
see
work
that.
a midnight shift, he used to sleep in the back of his Astro van. It had like garbage and like candy wrappers and like not quite a bed and not quite a box spring in the back of it.
Oh, like a camping cot thing?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, this is
terrible.
this is depressing, sad, and like I want to report you to the police, like all at the same time.
Yet, and then in the back of your mind, you're kind of like, yeah, that's kind of a cool setup that I wish I had.
You know, when I don't want to drive home, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Can they give you DWI for sleeping in the back of the car? I'm not 100% on that one. Yeah. I guarantee, you know what? If you own a Chevy Astro van, I would like you...
I hope your car gets towed.
Well,
like kind of like what Danny was talking
Yeah,
about
what Danny
earlier.
went through. Yeah. But I would like you to take a picture of just behind the driver's seat in your Astro van. I guarantee you, first of all, none of them are going to be clean.
Yeah.
And then, secondly, there's probably going to be a bed in at least 50% of the pictures we'd get.
There's a bed, or there's the like wheelchair entry thing. Have you ever seen that in the back of those vans?
I have, but I never seen like anyone with a wheelchair actually use it.
No. Yeah.
No.
I've only seen like just the little ramp thing that comes out. And
Yeah.
There's no one that's using it.
No. Because I feel like if you are a disabled person, I think they give you like enough money to get like a new vehicle. So I feel like, how sad is that you're buying the hand-me-downs from like some handicap guy? Did he die and then you got it, or like how does that work?
I have no idea.
Or do they just get a new van every year? I wonder. If you have the answers, please tweet us.
Yes,
at
because
Untitled Car
obviously
Show.
we don't.
We have no idea, but this is fascinating. I kind of want to go find, dude. Like, you know, they have police auctions, and they have like where you can like buy the old police cars, like the.
Oh, we can
Panther.
buy. I bet you we can buy Danny's car right
Probably.
now back for him.
Yeah.
for less than the tow cost.
Yeah, I wonder if they have like those auctions, but for like disability like enabled vehicles. Because, first of all, I want one just to have one. Like, who doesn't want a ramp to their van? Think about like loading like lumber and like loading up all that shit. You can just get it out of dolly, like moving furniture. That's fucking sweet.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. It does have dual uses.
Yeah. Okay, if you know where to get one of those, please tweet us. I'm gonna do some fucking research on this and try and
Is
get
this
back
another
to us.
investment that you're gonna have? That
No. If someone wants to give me one, though, I'll be more than happy to take it.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know they make, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like Vehicle Production Group. It's like based out of Indiana. They kind of got some of their they're like cool little vans. Like if you live in the DC area, you see them driving around. They're like the Metro Access vans now.
Oh, with the high top.
Yeah, not the high top vans, but it's like a weird like boxy, like it's purpose built for people with disabilities.
Okay, yeah.
They're based out of Indiana. I think they're in like an old like Packard plant or something really cool like that.
Okay.
They kind of went out of business and kind of came back. I think they're owned by the people who used to make the Hummers now.
Okay.
My understanding.
That's strange.
Not like Hummers for like GM, but like Hummers for the Army.
Like the legit ones.
Yeah, I think American General. like
Okay.
them. And they're cool because their vehicles are built specifically in mind from the ground up to have handicapped people put inside of them.
Yeah.
So like not only that, but they have like you can drive. Like they build them ground up so you can drive as a disabled person in the van. So even if you're one of those like not quadriplegic, but like, you know, the guys who only have like use of like one hand and all that thing.
Yeah.
I was watching one of their like promotional things, and they had a connection where when you drove the like little disability scooter up into there,
It would connect to the car somehow.
it had like the same setup, like came out of the dash, like in the middle, so you could like just move your hand from the one control stick to the other control stick, so forward, back, left, and right. It's got to be awkward as hell to drive, but I'm sure if that's the only way you can drive. Like if I was completely disabled except for one hand, I would be like, give me one of those things. I'm going to go out and like do burnouts with this thing.
You know, that's a pretty good invention, and
Yeah.
kudos to that company who's making those.
Yeah, I
'cause
wish I remember their name. I think it's Vehicle Production Group, VPG. So
VPG.
yeah,
Oh, a little shout out to VPG and
Woo!
helping our disabled citizens.
yes, you know, it's very important. There's a lot of them. A lot of them are.
And we
you know,
appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's very. You know what? If you work for them and you want to give us a car to test out, I'd be more than happy to do that. You drive around the little control
Like a
stick.
like a little cone course or something.
How hard would that be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, in video games, you're driving and it's just a little control stick, and you get pretty damn good at it the more you drive.
You haven't seen me play Grand Theft Auto.
Actually, I have.
Yes, you have. Yeah. Yeah. Would you like to recant your statement? Well, you're correct. You have no problem driving around those cars. Me, a little bit more than yeah.
Yeah, you're bad. Depending on how much you've had to drink, too.
Listen, if you're not drinking when you're playing video games, you're not doing it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about concludes our show tonight. Again, thank you, Danny, and thank you to the other people who have left comments.
Yes.
Check us out at
Untitled Car Show on Gmail or Twitter.
Yeah, that too.
Let me do it this way. At Untitled Car Show on Twitter, untitledcarshow@gmail.com. You can find us in Opposite Lock. We are on there as Untitled Car Show.
And we're posting way too much about our podcast, but
Yeah, you know
cares?
what? Here's my goal. I want to become the official, unofficial podcast of Opposite Lock and Jalopnik.
That would be awesome.
Yes. So if you want to help us further those goals, the best thing you can do is you can leave us a comment on iTunes and rate us, because we need 5 stars on iTunes. And that's going to be what really boosts us up. Or leave us, any sort of feedback anywhere else. But the big thing is, if you tell a friend or someone else who you think might enjoy this and it spreads, that's going to be the best and most important thing for us to have. So,
and we are very appreciative
yes,
of whatever you can do.
Yes, everyone who's listened, who's left a comment, we really do, love you guys.
And we read all of them.
We do.
So thank you so much. And we will see you on the, we'll hear us on the next episode.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yep.
Woo!
We got through episode 13 without a hitch.